we come back to the big story of the hour. COPE President Mosiuoa Lekota has just given his side on the suspension or so-called suspension that has been put through. This is significant as it could spell the end of the party. Abongile Dumako, SABC News political reporter, is standing by. A very good afternoon to Abongile. Just take us through what's happened earlier today.
Good afternoon, Zenga. Certainly, as our viewers have seen during that live press briefing that was taking place here in Boksburg, the press briefing called, of course, by Mosiuoa Lekota, the leader of the Congress of the People. Chaotic scenes we've seen come out of here. Certainly a lot of shock from ourselves as the media. More to say the same thing about the panel that was sitting in front of us, as in that the Terra Lekota was addressing us as the media. 3 young gentlemen stormed in here wanting to stop the media briefing from taking place on the basis of the fact that Terra Lekota has been suspended by the party following that briefing that we held on Monday, where William Adisha, the deputy president of the party, alongside Dennis Bloom, the national spokesperson, telling us that they actually have taken a decision. That is now the Congress National Committee of the COPE having taken that decision to suspend Terra Lekota because of the fact that he actually is sowing divisions within the party, citing a meeting that took place in Bloemfontein, which they said was actually not correcting and it was not on a constitutional level of the Congress of the People. And of course, that press briefing having had to be stopped abruptly following that entrance by those 3 gentlemen who claim, of course, to be part of the youth wing of COPE, saying that this won't take place. Of course, to get a sense of what really led to this, I'm joined by the acting General Secretary of the Congress of the People. His name is Eric Muhlapamaswi. Mhlekazi, thank you so much for your time. Good afternoon. Quite chaotic scenes coming out of this briefing today.
It's unfortunate that it happened like that, and we are very, very concerned as Congress of the People about what transpired here today. But would like to commit ourselves to the public that the issues that transpired here today will be addressed within the party, because we have policies that address such kind of things. But there are those that will address through the party, and there will also be those that will have to follow the South African Constitution and South African laws to make sure that they are implemented. If it warrants that at some point we will have to open cases, we'll have to open cases, so will it be, depending on who did what and when.
Some are saying it's the end of COPE.
Yeah, you know, COPE has died many times. As a matter of fact, it has died many times. It has died when there was a conflict between the president and the deputy president in the person of Ntadishilo, and then it happened again when, say, it's dead, when it happened between the president and Ndade Smatsingonyama, and now they are saying it is dead for what has happened what is happening between Comrade William Adisha and Terra Lekota. But we remain resolute, you know, because the public there cannot be fooled. The public can be able to detect what really is happening, and will also get support. Yes, our image has been dented. We acknowledge that, but at the same time, we'll come up far much stronger than this as we go forward. I therefore denied that this is the death of COPE, but this is one of rebirth of Congress of the People, whereby we are shedding off such kind of elements that don't belong to the organization, like those that we have witnessed here today.
As things stand, then, there is William Adisha, the chief president of the COPE, having suspended Mosiuoa Lekota, the president of the COPE. We've just heard here that there is Mosiuoa Lekota, the president of the party, having suspended William Adisha, the deputy president of the party. What's happening?
I just want to correct that, Sam, because it is not the president who suspended William Adisha. It is the Congress National Committee that took place on the 20th of August at Bloemfontein that made a resolution to suspend William Adisha. And they stipulated the charges, you know, what is it that is charged with, what is it that he did. And then Comrade William Adisha received his letter of suspension on the 26th of August 2022. So, and he knew when he went for his briefing that he is suspended. So he knowingly did that. But ourselves as the organization will not subject disciplinary processes in the media, in the public format. We'll continue through with the processes of the organization, within the organization.
Do you think Mr. Adisha used us as the media to sort of fight back his suspension?
I would say, you got it right. That's correct. Knowing that he's suspended, through the media, so that he can be able to damage the image of the party.
What would you say then if he says the same thing about Mr. Lekota?
I would provide evidence. I would provide evidence. One, I'll provide evidence of the attendance register of the CNC members so that he can satisfy himself that these are CNC members that he knows. And I also can provide evidence of such names against the previous CNC members' attendance registers of previous CNC whilst the late Papi Kganare was still alive, may his soul rest in peace, so that they can confirm that the people who attended at Bloemfontein were the same people who attended, invited by comrade, the late comrade Papi Kganare. So that is the first thing that I would provide. The second thing that I would provide is the minutes of the Congress National Committee and the resolutions of the Congress National Committee that decided to put him on suspension. So
it appears even the sound is fighting today. Abongile Dumarco just giving us an update there. We apologize for that, and we'll come back to that a little bit later on.